morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 116 in our review. We have two lessons to review, one on the hour, one on the half hour. And the two we are reviewing today are God's will for me is perfect happiness on the hour, the half hour. I share God's will for happiness for me. Obviously, they go together beautifully. So the first lesson, God's will for me is perfect happiness. So I want you to envision that your elder brother has come to you to tell you, by the way, I thought you might want to know that our Father only wants you to be perfectly happy. That's all. That's His only desire for you. He wants you to be perfectly happy because He is perfectly happy. He is the source of all joy and happiness, and He wants to share that with you. How's that sound? Well, then I have to realize that the only way that I don't share that with my Father, with my source, is if I believe there's something else. Before I had the belief in contrasts and duality, in differences, then I indeed was perfectly happy. So this lesson is telling us in this review that, but I can suffer but or only from the belief that there is another will apart from my Father's. So if I believe, and that would be my choice to believe that there is something other than perfect happiness for me, well, then I will reap the consequences of that decision. I will have made the decision that, oh, okay, so there's perfect happiness, but I think I want to suffer instead. That's my choice. I believe that there is actually suffering, and it's different from what my Father wants for me, but I'm going to choose that, at least for now. And I will have the experience of the choice that I have made, that I have turned away from God's will for me is perfect happiness. In the half hour, I can come back and go, but wait a minute. I share my Father's will for me for perfect happiness, for happiness for me. I share God's will for happiness for me. When I think about it, I don't want to suffer. When I think about it, I want to choose differently. I want to choose for happiness. I realize that truly that's all I want. I don't want the suffering. I don't want the pain. I want what has been offered to me by the source of all happiness and joy and love and peace, my Creator. That's what I want. So I'm changing my mind. I don't want anything except perfect happiness. I share that. I share God's will for me for perfect happiness. And that's my final answer. That's my final decision. I'm choosing the happiness because that's what God wills for me. And why would I ever want something different than perfect happiness in my life? That just doesn't make any sense in any way whatsoever. So today, God's will for me is perfect happiness, and I share that. I share God's will for me for happiness. I share it, and I'm going to share it with you because we are all meant to share that and have that and know that and be that. Be the happiness that you want to see in the world. Be it first. And that's it for today. Presented a little different, but I hope the message came across. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Not sure if I said that. And please comment. And please be here tomorrow for our next review lesson. I could say it's a good one, but they all are. Namaste.